Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, what is the value of x in the equation model below? Okay, so I'm looking for the value for x. Okay, now the only difference is that now I don't have an equation. They're giving me a model, right? So what I need to do first is I need to rewrite what equation is given to me. Okay, so to rewrite it, all you gotta do is look at the model that is given to you and see what is the meaning for that. For example, the box says negative x. So that would translate into negative 2x's, right? And then the units, I see 2, 4, 6, 8, and positive 10, okay? And that will make my first equation, the one on the left. So I will write down negative 2x plus 10 equal. How do I know they're equal? Because if you look at the balance, right, it's exactly level, right? It's not like tilted to one side. So let's write the second part of the equation. So I do see 3x's, but they're positives. So I just write down 3x, right? And what about the other units? They're negatives, right? But that's 2, 4, 6, but they're negative 6. Okay, so the first thing you gotta do is you need to write the equation that is represented with the model. So I'm gonna write down 3x minus 6. Okay, so what I need to do next is I need to solve for x. Okay, so let me write down over here, solve for x. Okay, so now I want you to look at the equation and you will notice that there are x's on both sides or variables on both sides. Is that right? So I need to make sure that I move them to one side. It's up to you if you want to get rid of the 3x or if you want to get rid of the negative 2x. It's totally up to you. Okay, what I'm going to do is I want to get rid of the negative, right? So I'm going to add 2x's on both sides. Whatever I do on one side, I do it to the other side. Okay, so my 2x's are gonna cancel, right? And I'm gonna end it up with 10 equals 3x plus 2x gives me a 5x minus 6. So that's good because now I can see that x is on one side only, right? And that's what I was hoping to do. So what I need to do next is I need to get rid of the 5 and the minus 6 or negative 6, right? So what I want to do first, of course, is we need to get rid of the minus 6. The opposite of a minus 6 is actually a plus 6. And remember, whatever you do on one side, you do it to the other side. Okay? So 10 plus 6 is 16. And my 6 are going to cancel each other. And I get 5x. So I think it's getting better. But I still have something else with the x, which is the 5. Right? But we're getting there. So what do I need to do next? Well, 5 is multiplying the x. The opposite of multiplying is dividing. So I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides. Okay? So what happened to my 5s? Cancel, right? And I'm going to get x equals 3.20. So guess what? That's my answer for the problem, 3.20. Now, what we can do, and we've done it before, is we have check. Is that right? So I'm going to put it over here. Okay, so I'm going to check when x is 3.20, what do I get? Okay, so I'm going to work out my problem, which is negative 2 x plus 10 equals 3x minus 6. So I'm writing the whole equation, right? But what I'm going to do next, look what's going to happen. I'm going to leave a space, a blank space, where the x is. Because guess what I'm going to write in there? I'm going to write the value for x, right? The 3.20. So let's write it down. So right here, I'm going to say 3.2 or 3.20. It's the same. Just because I have less space, I wrote 3.2. Okay, so let's check that I'm replacing the x right there. Okay, Okay, so if I multiply that negative 2 times 3.2, I get negative 6.4 or 6.40 plus 10. And on the other side, I'm going to get 9.6 minus 6, right? If I add negative 6.4 plus 10, I get 3.6 or 3.60. And on the other side on the right, 9.6 minus 6 is still 3.6. Now, my answer is not 3.6. Don't be confused. I'm just working out my equation so that I can check if it's true that I get the same answer. So when I get the same answer on both sides, that means that X is correct. So yes, my answer is right here. My answer is X equals to 3.20, which is right here on letter C.